You are listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded under a mulberry tree today in Rainy Park on the bank of the East River, 10 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Sunday the 29th of June, 2025. It is 9 days after the summer solstice. It is 85 days before the fall equinox. Today, the Gay Pride Parade takes place in Manhattan. By the French Republican calendar, it is the 11th day of Messe d'Or, the day of the coriandre, the coriander. The sun rises today at 5:27 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 12:59 p.m. The sun sets today at 8:31 p.m. Civil twilight ends at 9:04 p.m. and nautical twilight ends at 9:47 p.m. The length of daytime today is 29 seconds shorter than yesterday. The moon is in its waxing crescent phase and is 21% full at midday. The first quarter will arrive on Wednesday, the 2nd of July. These are the predicted tides today for Horn's Hook. In the wee hours, high tide, 1:43 a.m., 1 meter 62. In the morning, low tide, 7:56 a.m., 6 centimeters. In the afternoon, high tide, 2:22 p.m., 1 meter 46. In the evening, low tide, 8:11 p.m., 27 centimeters. In our shared realm of plants and animals, in the dewy grass at Socrates Park early in the morning, sparrows have been observed doing something rather unusual. As they walk through the grass, they suddenly take flight and hover just 10 or 15 centimeters over the lawn, looking intently downwards. It is thought that this is a feeding technique. They hover to get a better view of the insects hiding in the grass before they swoop down and gobble them up. According to some sources, insects make up about 20% of a sparrow's diet. Commemorations. On this day in 1952, the first Miss Universe pageant was held at the Long Beach Municipal Auditorium in Long Beach, California. Armi Kusela from Finland won the title. On this Pride weekend, perhaps we can regard this as a moment of high heterosexual camp. On this day in 1956, President Dwight D. Eisenhower signed the Federal Aid Highway Act. It birthed the United States interstate highway system. It was the height of the Cold War, and the interstate highways were created in part to allow for the rapid evacuation of cities in the event of a nuclear conflict. But its most lasting impact was to fully enshrine the automobile as the principal mode of transportation in the United States. On this day in the year 2006, the Supreme Court issued its ruling in the case of Hamdan versus Rumsfeld. The court determined that President George W. Bush's plan to try detainees held at the extraterritorial Guantanamo Bay prison in military tribunals was in violation of both United States and international law. A salient reminder of the need to protect due process and ensure the executive never overstep its bounds. On this day in the year 2007, the iPhone was first released by Apple. As the interstate highway system had, the smartphone would come to completely alter our way of being in the world, with consequences we are only beginning to fully understand. On this day in the year 2022, scientists recorded the shortest Earth day, 1.59 milliseconds faster than a standard day. The planet's spin has recently begun speeding up ever so slightly. The atomic clocks developed in the 1960s have allowed us to measure the spin of the Earth with astounding precision. Finally, we wish a happy Pride to all who celebrate today. The first New York Pride Parade took place in 1970, the year after Stonewall. It was organized by the Christopher Street Liberation Day Committee. At that first parade, marchers chanted, "Say it clear, say it loud, gay is good, gay is proud." And the name Pride was born. Happy Pride. And that is the Observatory, Sunday the 29th of June, 2025.